I used to miss every signal she gave me. Not because I was not paying attention, because nobody taught me what to look for. I want to tell you about a conversation I had years ago that I still think about. I was talking to a woman I had known for a few months. The conversation was easy. She kept finding reasons to extend it. She asked me questions about my life that nobody had asked me before, and I walked away thinking she was just a friendly person. 3 weeks later, a mutual friend told me she had been interested in me the entire time and had no idea why I never made a move. I had missed every single signal. Not because the signals were hidden, because I had never been given a clear framework for what a woman who is genuinely interested actually does. And that gap cost me real opportunities more times than I want to count. Today, I'm going to give you that framework, the specific behaviors that women consistently display when they are genuinely interested in a man, backed by research, grounded in real experience, and clear enough that you will never have to wonder again. Before we get into it, subscribe right now and drop a like. This channel exists to give men the honest, practical truth about how women communicate interest so you can stop second-guessing yourself and start moving with clarity. And I want to say something direct. If you have been missing signals or misreading situations for a while, that pattern is not a reflection of your intelligence. It is a reflection of a gap in information that nobody filled. The Magnetic Masculinity ebook in the description is going to fill it. Not just for reading her signals, but for the complete picture of how to respond to them with confidence. 15 years of real research went into this guide. The link is in the description. Grab it today, because the next opportunity should not be one you walk away from wondering about. Here is the situation I lived in for longer than I care to admit. A woman would show genuine interest, and I would convince myself it was friendliness, or politeness, or just her personality. I told myself I did not want to assume. I told myself I did not want to be the guy who misreads a situation and makes it awkward. And so I stayed back, waited for something more obvious, for a sign so clear that it could not possibly be misinterpreted. That sign almost never came. Because here is the reality of how women communicate interest. They almost never make it obvious. Not because they are playing games, because expressing direct interest makes them vulnerable in a way that most women are not willing to be until they feel safe enough to be it. So they communicate through behavior, through patterns, through small, consistent, completely predictable signals that have been documented by researchers for decades. And a man who knows what those signals look like never has to wonder. Researcher Dr. Monica Moore spent years conducting field studies of courtship behavior in natural social settings. Her work produced a documented catalog of specific behaviors that women display when they are in the presence of men they find genuinely attractive. What made her findings so significant was not just the behaviors themselves, but their consistency. Across different settings, different age groups, and different social contexts, the same behavioral patterns appeared again and again in women who were experiencing genuine attraction. Dr. Helen Fisher's neurological research on romantic interest found that attraction produces automatic, involuntary physical and behavioral responses that are driven by brain chemistry rather than conscious choice. These responses cannot be fully suppressed or faked at scale. They show up in clusters and they are readable once you know what you are looking at. Here is what to look for. Signal 1. She initiates contact without a reason. This is the one I missed most consistently and the one that matters most. When a woman reaches out to you without a clear practical reason, when she sends a message about something that did not require a response, when she finds a reason to start a conversation that did not need to be started, she is telling you something. She is thinking about you when you are not there. And she is looking for a reason to make contact because the alternative, sitting with the thought of you without acting on it, felt less comfortable than reaching out. I remember a woman who used to send me articles occasionally, just articles. No commentary, no question, just a link. I thought she was sharing content she thought I would find useful. She was thinking about me and looking for a way to remind me she existed. Learn to recognize the unprompted reach. It is one of the clearest signals there is. Signal 2. She remembers specific things you said. This one is small and it is enormous at the same time. When a woman brings back something specific you mentioned weeks ago, something minor, something most people would have forgotten, it means she was listening in a way that goes beyond ordinary social attention. People remember the things that matter to them. If she remembered that you mentioned something in passing and is bringing it back now, you matter to her in a way that is not casual. I once mentioned offhand that I had never been to a particular city I wanted to visit. Months later, she suggested a trip there as if she had been holding that information and waiting for the right moment to use it. She had. Pay attention to what she remembers. It tells you where her attention actually lives. Signal 3. She creates opportunities to be near you. This is a behavioral pattern Dr. Moore documented consistently across her field research. Women who are interested in a man will find reasons to be physically proximate to him that feel natural on the surface, but represent a deliberate choice. She takes the seat nearest you in a group setting. She finds a reason to walk past you. She gravitates toward your end of a room during a social event without it appearing intentional. This is not accidental. The body naturally orients toward things it is attracted to. And while she may not be consciously choreographing it, the pattern is consistent and meaningful. When you notice that she is consistently near you in settings where she had other options, that proximity is communication. Signal 4. She gives you her full attention. In an age where everyone is half present in every conversation, a woman who puts her phone away, faces you completely, and maintains genuine eye contact while you are talking is giving you something rare. Full attention is not something people give to interactions they are indifferent to. It is something they give to things that matter. I used to dismiss this one because it seemed too simple. But I started paying attention to the difference between conversations where she was tracking the room and conversations where nothing else seemed to exist. The difference was never subtle, and it was always meaningful. Signal 5. She finds reasons to touch you. Dr. Moore's research identified touch initiation as one of the most reliable indicators of genuine female attraction interest. Not dramatic or obvious touch, the small, seemingly incidental kind. A light contact on your arm when she laughs. A brief touch on your shoulder when she makes a point. A playful push when you tease her. These touches are not accidents. They are the body crossing a physical boundary that it does not cross with people it feels nothing for. Each one is a test of your response. Each one is an invitation. When a woman touches you consistently in these small ways across a single interaction, she is communicating something her words are still building toward. Here is what I want you to take from everything in this video. The signals a woman gives when she is interested in you are not difficult to read. They are just unfamiliar, if nobody ever laid them out clearly. She initiates for no obvious reason. She remembers the small things. She finds ways to be near you. She gives you her full attention. She touches you in small, consistent ways. Any one of these on its own might mean something or it might not. But when you start seeing 2, 3, or 4 of them together, and when they are consistent rather than occasional, you are not misreading the situation. She is interested. The question that follows is not whether she likes you. It is what you are going to do about it. If this gave you the clarity you have been looking for, like this video and subscribe for more content that gives men the honest tools to read situations correctly and move with real confidence. And I want to be direct with you before you go. Knowing the signals is step 1. Knowing how to respond to them, how to move forward with confidence when you see them, how to act in a way that honors both your interest and your self-respect, that is step 2. And that is exactly what the Magnetic Masculinity ebook covers in full. I spent 15 years putting this guide together. Not to give you theory, but to give you a practical system for every stage of this. Reading her signals, responding to them, building the kind of connection that actually goes somewhere. The link is in the description right now. Scroll down and grab it today. Because the next time you are in a room with a woman who is sending every one of these signals, you deserve to know it. And you deserve to know exactly what to do next.